Hello from the Dreamport Discord server. I'm ShadowsPub, bringing you Pimp Your Post Thursday. On the show today, we'll share posts, meet others, and have some fun. You can share your own post or someone else's you really like. Take part? Drop the PYPT emoji into the show text channel. I'll add you to the list to take a turn sharing posts. When I call on you, add your post link to the text channel. Come on voice to tell us about it. Keep it brief, like a short commercial for the post. If you can't do voice, it's okay. You can share by text, but text and the link must be ready to paste into the text channel when I call on you. You can have more than one turn, but you must use the emoji for each turn. All right, let's get started with Alessandra. All right, tell us about
I
this.
I was talking and muted. All right. So what I was going to say here's the post. So at PYPT, sometimes the posts are right on the Hive blockchain, and sometimes they are elsewhere, but yet posted. And this is one of those posts. So I represent the Hive community called the Creative Work Hour, and we meet every day. Um, Not everybody meets every day, but it's there any day that you need it. And this particular post is by Gray Miller, who is on Hive at Creative Gray, and this post has been successful enough over on Medium that he got called by a radio station on the other side of the country. Um, and he's going to be pimping his post on live radio at 6 p.m. Pacific time today on John Curley's program on at Seattle at the Seattle station KIRO. And this is a really beautiful post. And it kind of is a cross hatch between the theory of 10,000 hours of practice to make you an expert at something, is the idea, crossed with, yeah, but
You sleeping?
how do you manage pleasure?
Like those colors? Okay.
Artemis, you got a hot mic there.
Oh, sorry. I thought I muted.
Yeah, so it's a very interesting post. I mean, interesting enough that oh, so if you're on LinkedIn, this is a funny thing that Gray said today when he was telling us about the invitation to come pimp his post on live radio. He said, I never really saw a lot of use in LinkedIn, but I'm there. And he said, this is how I got the invitation to come and do this interview was just by checking his LinkedIn account. So whether you're into it or not into it, kind of interesting what can happen with a post. And I know Shadows, don't you when you're doing a post, don't you also post your things over on LinkedIn? Is that right?
I post my echoes over there. I haven't actually written an article in a while. And it's kind of funny you bring that up because I've been thinking that I need to be taking some time to write some articles. Luchelle has divorced her LinkedIn account.
And I think maybe next week I'll pimp a post that is being published directly to LinkedIn by our own Ingrid, who is a beautiful writer. And we got to see her in person on our way back from Graz. We got to see her in Vienna. So it's really fun and meaningful to get to meet people where you're also reading their work and spending time creating things with them. So yeah, check out this post, and that's all. The end.
Thank you. That's a cute little image that he's drawn for that post. And Artemis, you are up. And don't forget to unmute.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
This is one of the daily echoes from 5 days ago, but it's, I love this image. And the thought about feelings that elude words are an important part of forming the architecture of our being. That says a whole lot.
Actually,
So
I
go,
was I was kind of intrigued by this one because, and we've probably all experienced this, where there's thoughts and feelings that you can't really put words into, and it just becomes a frustration. And this
yeah.
concept that it's actually a part and parcel of our communication method was kind of interesting. So, what did you think on that, Artemis?
Well, to be, yeah, absolutely. And it's hard when you have feelings that you can't put words to, and you wonder, are you going crazy? Do other people experience it? And then you see something like this and you go, oh, I'm not crazy. It's all good.
I used to chalk it up to a lack of vocabulary.
Yeah. Well, when you have a vocabulary, it's, am I nuts?
And, as often happens here on PYPT, Artemis North has won the 1 HBI.
Thanks.
There's something about presenting at the time of the draw that seems to attract the winner. Thank you, Artemis. And Kelvin, you're up. Calvin, are you with us? There's IBB Tammy and PH 1102 or 10. Yep, 1102. Gotta get my numbers right. There he is. All right, Calvin, tell us about this.
Okay, so this post is about um, heat. I think there was a prompt from Ireland and who were asked what we thought about kids doing their homework, or rather, should I say, a law that cancels, or rather, yes, a law that cancels homework. And I was like, why would they want to cancel homework? Why would they want to cancel assignments if you do assignments? So just see my thoughts on it. It's quite interesting.
All right, understanding and observing children's learning processes. All right, thank you, Calvin. And Kitty Girl, you are up.
Well, this post is 6 days old, so if you're going to vote it, you may as well hurry up and do it. But I'm posting this really more as a public service announcement to let everyone know that the date and location for HighFest 2025 has been announced. They're going to be having it this year in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So that should be a fairly fun location. And a lot of people that live in Malaysia and Taiwan and Australia and whatnot are very excited that it's going to be back in their part of the world again. So if you can travel and have the resources to do it, it should be a fun trip. If you don't have the resources to travel like me, uh, they usually do a live stream that you can watch, and it's recorded. So if you're not available at the time that it's being broadcast, you can look at it later. And it's really enriching and educational to watch these live streams and hear the devs talking about their projects. You can learn a whole lot about what's going on with the blockchain. So bookmark the post and mark your calendars.
IB Tammy says it's very far from Africa, but she'd really like to attend. And Luchelle says Kuala Lumpur is her dream city. Thank you, kitty girl. So, Alexander, are the uh, travel plans in place?
I've got a concert in France in less than 4 weeks, and I haven't even booked that.
I guess you
Oh
best
my
get busy.
goodness. Yeah, I've gotta get busy. Gotta get busy. But um that is the city of Weiling. That's where she's from.
Oh, is it?
Uh-huh.
Interesting. So I was thinking about you this morning when I was reading an article that Claude, the AI bot, they've added a service to it where you can attach, and they call it attachments actually, applications like a whole bunch of, say you wanted to attach travel applications. And then you can say to Claude, go find me the best prices on and whatever it is you want to do. And it'll go search it out.
It'll go shop for me. It's PH 1102.
It
Hello.
is.
Woohoo.
So apparently they've released it as open source, which means that the other chatbots will probably hop on the bandwagon with it. Right now, I'm not very happy with ChatGPT, but we'll roll with that. And Luchelle, you are up. There she is. Tell us about this.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Okay, the image and the title already said everything. Yes, so over the weekend, all this while, I've been seeing people take mango juice, smoothie, use mango to make smoothie, mango syrup, and all whatnot. So I kept on wondering how it would take. I even said, what's the need stressing yourself to do mango juice when you can eat it whole, like eat it just like that? But curiosity. I just decided to try it over the weekend, and it came out real good. Not wanting to, keep it all to myself, I decided to share it with you and read the post and know how I made the mango drink. Thank you.
All right. I love mango, but man, they're getting pricey.
Really are pricey. Like, I don't understand what is happening with mangoes again these days. Very, very pricey. But we really will eat it anyhow.
So you grow them in your area, right?
Yeah, some families, some compounds have mango. Yeah, mango trees
And they're even
in their
pricey there.
environment. Of course, they'll
I
tell
see.
you, they pay transport to take it to the market. So,
Well, when I see them going up in price here, I assume it has a lot to do with importing because that's the only way we get them. They have to be imported. But if
I
they're,
don't think the mango you have over there is the same with ours here. I don't think it is.
pardon me,
I don't think the mangoes you have over there is the same with ours.
the ones that are sitting there in the plate, I see those ones that look like them here. There's two kinds we have here.
Oh,
There's kind of a long yellow type one. I've forgotten the name on it. And then there's another that is almost like a large egg that is usually kind of the skin's kind of red and green.
Okay. I don't know. I thought yours was organic mangoes, like they grow them in small areas.
I'd have to take a look and see where they've been imported from the next time I get them. The only way I buy them these days is every now and again they put a sale on a case of them. A case usually has about 9 or 12 in the case, and it works out to be a decent price. So I'll buy them then.
Mm. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And Old School has won the 3 HBI. And Old School is up.
That is so freaky how often that happens.
Yep. Just tagged them there. All right. The straw game fiasco. And Old School says, what will happen to the boy who sneaks into a seemingly deserted church after hours? Especially a very old church. All right. Thank you. And Artemis, you are up.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. So I've started a movement called Fiber Arts for Good. And as hopefully to gain awareness for this movement, I'm working on creating a free workshop for random acts of kindness with fiber art, which is simply creating little stuffies, whether it's a little doll or a little heart or a little owl, and just really cute, fun things that would make someone smile. And you make that little piece in whichever technique you like to make things. And then you add a little message with it, something fun and inspirational, something that lets people know you care. And you put it in a plastic bag and you leave it in different spots around your town or city or home area. And people find them and it just gives them a little bit of a smile and it lets them know someone was thinking of them. I think today, not maybe just our neighbors to the south, because I'm Canadian, but I think everybody could is really stressed out and could use a smile. So if you're interested, go to the URL, reserve your spot. I don't have a firm start date, but it's going to be fun, and I hope you guys come.
All right. Check that out. I saw the room that it's going to be in yesterday. It looks pretty cool.
Thanks.
And PH 1102, you are up. Pravesh has joined us.
Hello everyone. I'm a
Hey,
bit rusty. I
Pravesh.
didn't share anything here. Can you hear
Pardon
me?
me? I can hear you.
Okay, great. Let me just share the post.
Okay.
We were talking about Hype Fest, so maybe sharing a bit about the past Hype Creator Days in Graz that happened last week. So this is post by Nina Itch here, where she shared our first opening dinner that happened in Graz. And it was pretty interesting and almost drama happened there, as we had some waiters that weren't very pleased with many people jumping in the restaurant suddenly. But finally, at the end, we got some nice schnitzels, and the dinner was fine. So that's just a interesting post about all the details from the dinner. I missed probably like 80% because I was talking with others, but she really documented well the whole dinner. Thank you.
I love schnitzel. That looks like a tasty meal.
Yeah, the
Oh
food
yeah,
and the goodie bags are so awesome this year.
oh yeah, and she actually took three different schnitzels to eat that evening. So that what you see on the plate are actually three different schnitzels. The regular plate was two schnitzels of the same kind, but she asked for three different. So that's
Interesting. I didn't know
she's
there
a
were different kinds of schnitzel.
and there was I think the middle one is with poppy seeds,
Uh huh.
and the other ones one is from Turkey, and other is I think it's a beef. So,
Oh, so the meat is different, and as well as the coating.
yes, yes,
We did a one of the community dinners we did at the a local club I belong to. We did schnitzel. That was an interesting challenge. Schnitzel for 200 people, made from scratch.
That's incredible. That's an awful lot of. What do you have to do? Do you have to butterfly the meat to get it thin enough, and then
Yeah,
you have to put it in?
we bought pork loins and thin sliced them and then hammered them out. So the day before there was a team in the kitchen hammering meat. We had some fun with that, playing around with that one.
Wow.
And then we have a commercial grill there that we did cook them on. So the cooking went fairly quickly once we got the heat sorted out on the grill, what level to have it at. But yeah, it was one of those ones that we learned as we went. All right, Seki, you are up. Yeah, I agree, Artemis. Seki, are you there? I see him typing. Seki, are you taking your turn, or are you going to have a chat? It's your turn. Did you not hear?
Oh, I've been listening. I didn't know it was me. I'm sorry.
Well, usually when it's
I'm
you,
coming.
I
Let me invite
go,
the link.
Seki, you're up.
Ah, okay. What to say? What to say? There's really not much to say. It's just random prompts that came to my head. So I just wrote about it. It's a story of a guy that was lost in space. So yeah, you can really check it out. Your votes and comments are well appreciated. Thanks.
All right. Lost in Space. There was a whole series about that. I don't think it was quite the same type of story that you've got here, though. All right. Thank you, Seki. And IBB Tammy, you are up. Oh, it was a very old one, Seki. You may not have even been born when it was on. It was a pretty crazy thing. Tammy says, I still cannot relate to the emotions men feel when their favorite club is playing, but I can say for a fact that it's so cute and funny to watch. And I wrote about it in this post. Um, some women like sports too, although I never was into I would call that soccer, but that's actually what you call football, right? All right. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, it's funny how they change the name in the different areas. And then they have an argument over what it's actually called. Luchelle, you're up. All right, Luchelle, tell us about this.
Okay, I'm back for the second missionary journey. Hello, everyone. Hello, IBB. Hello, bipolar. What did you say you wanted, bipolar? Okay, about the post. Yesterday, being Wednesday, I didn't have the chance of taking my usual walk, but because of my field work, I went to one of my client establishments, and after talking with the manager, I decided to take a walk around the facility. It's actually okay, okay. The on anything mannequins, right? I don't know how you guys call it over there, but we call it mannequins. Okay,
Yeah,
mannequins and
it's mannequins here. You're
machines,
good.
like, like sewing machines of all types. I know we have fashion designers here. No, we have those that do. Okay, Bernard is not here. Okay. So please, you guys should check the post and know what the business offers. And probably make your order. Thank you.
All right. I think that actually makes a decent walk when you're showing a tour of a business and what it offers, because you're walking around doing it. So, PH, did you want to tell us about your show that you're talking about?
Well, I don't don't want to hijack
No, you're not
things here.
hijacking at all. I'm inviting you to do so.
Well, it is the show in ECC Discord. It
Okay.
happens not every Wednesday because I'm doing it now every second Wednesday. It is about Hive. We are talking about different things. If there is no guest, then we are talking about, I don't know, Hive power, Hive in general, content creation, curation, and stuff like that. Everybody is welcome to join, like in your show, so people can jump on microphone and share things.
Mm-hmm.
And the point is to be like a hangout more. That is the name actually, Hive Hangout. And the thing is that people are sharing just to be like an online meetups, I would say. Actually, I was inspired by some of the offline meetups when I started doing it. So that's the point actually there, just to share experiences and ask questions. Maybe for newbies, we had a couple of times newbies who were asking questions, so we were trying to help them. Last one was yesterday. Kitty Girl was there, so we were talking about the Hive Creator Days, and people who were on at the event, they were sharing their stuff. So I'm currently preparing the recording, so it will probably be out maybe today or tomorrow. So people can check out, even if they couldn't attend in live, they can check it out, the recording, and see what it is about. Also, as I said, there on my post there you can find the links to previous shows. If you can find some useful shows, if you are a newbie, you want to learn more about stuff on Hive, you can find by title. Maybe you can check out and learn something which can help you in growing on Hive.
Nice.
That's more or less.
Sounds like a nice concept. So feel free, because you're running it every other week. People can lose track. Feel free when you've got a show day to drop a note here in the show text channel that it's on that day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
I will if I not forget. If I not forget.
Well, if you forget, that's on you, but the offer's there.
Okay, thanks.
I just dropped a link to the eSensei Discord in chat. If there's anyone here who is not in that Discord yet, click the link, join it, and then you'll be ready for PH 1102 show.
That's an interesting question. Pravesh's place, the country he owns. Abinad, you're up. All right.
Hi everyone. Sorry, I got distracted. My plan distracted me. Anyway, this is a post I'm sharing. I wrote it yesterday, and then I was thinking about how most of us on Hive say we don't know what to post. I don't know what to post, especially newbies who come from Web 2 and are so used to um sharing 2 seconds videos of themselves, of the sky, of things like of newbies who are used to ranting on their WhatsApp, like I had a bad day today, this happened to me. And I was just trying to share that you can literally do all of that on Web 3 too. You can do that on Hive. You can just share how your day went. Tell us about your new shoe or your favorite show or anything. You have to just be you on Hive. Um you don't have to come and pour any crazy vocabulary on the blockchain for your post to be Hivey enough for people. You have to be you. So I think you should check it out and forward it to any newbie you know. Thank you.
Good idea, this post is. Well done. Thank you, Abinad. And Amy has won the PYPT NFT, and Seki has won the 5 HBI. All right, Bipolar, you are up.
I knew I was coming up after Bernard. I just knew it. Anyway, okay, so this is a post that talks about homeschool connection, otherwise known as homework, or you could say assignment. And it's an app learner's prompt asking if homework should be scrapped. So when I saw the prompt, I just laughed because actually there was a time my mom went to my daughter's school to tell them they should stop giving her too many assignments. And then when I came back, I'm like, why did she have to do that? Like, assignments are cool. I don't have any beef with that because I discovered my daughter kind of like learns faster with assignments coupled with her schoolwork. So she was like, oh, okay, that means I'll be the one championing the whole assignment thing. So basically, that is where the trouble comes in. You have so many things to do, and then you have your children or your child's assignments on your neck, and then there are the teachers that don't know their job that you start teaching instead of guiding. So it was just a rant. But at the end of the day, I kind of like reached a conclusion. And if you want to know what that conclusion is, of course, you have to check the post. Thank you.
That's an interesting debate whether kids should have homework to do or not. Does take away from their
Yeah,
screen time, doesn't it?
yeah, it is. Like it's a very interesting debate, but I believe no, I'm not going to say anything. I'm, I'm not going to say my conclusion.
What, you with no opinion?
I'm saving it. I don't want to ruin the moment. I don't want to ruin the read.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. All right, thank you, Bipolar, and Amy, you're up. Amy, you're up. I see Abinad typing. There she is. All right. Tell us about this, Amy.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Oh, hello.
Hello.
So, this post was actually written yesterday in response to a prompt from the Hive Garden community. It's about what I love most about May. So, I wrote about why I love to garden in May, and I did something creative with it. I came up with a very nice story, which you might like to check out. So, that's it. Thank you.
Oh, plantain doesn't grow in bunches like bananas do? See, I just learned something. Live and learn. Thank you, Amy. And IBB Tammy, you be up. And Tammy says, you know when they say an entire community raises a child? Scratch that and replace it with an entire neighborhood is raising a dog. Here's a story about me, my neighbors, and our new puppy. That looks like a cute puppy. Only one puppy? So the reason I made that comment about the puppy was my neighbor apparently went to look at a puppy and brought home two of them. They are cute. All right. Thank you, Tammy. And Seki, you're up.
Yeah, I have a full day, so this probably be my last post. I won
Okay.
the 5 HPI, so go for that. Then
Yeah, we
this is
announced that
just it's
already.
oh well, I'm announcing it again. This is a review of the Lockwood and Co. second book. There was a small novella before the first, but yeah, I read the first book quite a while ago, and this might answer other issues. I hadn't had time, or I haven't had time. I haven't had time. Yeah, that's it better. Sometimes I mix this up. I haven't had time to read the others. So yeah, this is just my thoughts on it. You can go check it out. Thanks. I
Whispering
haven't had time.
Skull. All right. Thank you, Seki. And Amy, you are up. Ooh, she's on a gardening roll today.
Okay, so this post is about contentment. Yes, this is because the world we live in today is more like everyone is showing off their achievements, their accomplishments, especially on social media. And if care is not taken, you start to feel like yourself, you're not doing enough. And you really do not know the route these people took to get where they are. So I shared three songs that discuss the theme of contentment on the on the TTT. So you can check them out and tell me what you think about it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Amy. All right. Does anybody else have anything they're going to share today? There's a spot open. All's quiet. I see some typing. Take care, Abinad. All right, PH, you're up.
Let me share another post by the guy who created the meetup in Graz. He also did the last year's meetup in Hamburg, and he recorded a 10-minute video talking about his impressions about the meetup and also reflections on everything that happened. It's a very nice video, and he said that he recorded probably like almost an hour of video, and he cut it out to 10 minutes. And I really like it because it was emotional as these things are emotional as we are all humans on Hive. And I would just suggest everyone to check it out. It's over rewarded, so you don't have to upvote it or stuff, but just check it out.
All
Thanks.
right. Yeah, it's a lot of work in putting those meetups together, but it's got to be gratifying when you see people show up and most of all enjoy themselves.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just I don't know, you get this appreciation and from others, but sometimes it's really hard work. I tried to create a meetup once and I failed. I have like 2 or 3 people, and I just can imagine how it is to create like for 30 people, 40, and to pay attention on all the stuff that is happening. So it's overwhelming, and sometimes you get critics after that, and it sometimes hurts.
Well,
So
yeah, some people are thoughtless. By the way, you didn't fail. You got two or three people together that wouldn't have probably come together anyways. So it's not a failure.
yeah, but okay,
I know
it could be
you were
better.
hoping for more, but you got some. That was what counts. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to share? All right. You've been listening to Shadows Pub host, Pimp Your Post Thursday. Thank you for joining us on PYPT and join us next Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Until then, keep on creating, and it's all about community. And bye, Wemma.